Matadors. I'm here to teach you how to actually complete the perspective drawing assignment. You are going to go ahead, when you open this up, go to File and make a copy. Click, make a copy. And when you make a copy, you're going to have to zoom in on your copy, go to View, go to Zoom, go to 100%. So it'll either be too big or too small. Now, what I'm going to argue is that I'm going to teach you how to do these very quickly. I believe you can do them on your own once you're done. And the idea here is to learn how to draw construction lines and object lines. Construction lines and object lines from different points on the page. There are left, right, zenith, and nadir points on your page. Left, right, zenith is at the top, and nadir, where's nadir? Oh, it's down here. It's at the bottom of your page, and I'll show that to you as we go. So I have a left vanishing point here, and I'm going to take that left vanishing point, connect it to my cube, and let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. View, zoom in. There we go. So I'm going to connect it to one of the dots on my cube, and then it automatically gives me a box, and I pull the dot to this edge of the cube. And then this is a construction line, so I don't want it so dark. I want it really light. I'm going to go ahead and change that color to a lighter gray. You can still see it. Once we put a construction line in engineering, we don't erase it. This is not art. We will leave our construction lines, whereas the artist will erase them. However, if you draw them really, really light, they don't get in the way. The next thing you want to do is put another construction line from the bottom of the vanishing point so connect it to the vanishing point, and then connect this edge to the square. And see, that's nice and dark. We want to make that a little bit lighter. So we make that gray here. You can still see it, and we're not going to erase it. So now we want to come back over that line. Let's actually put in a construction line. If we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dark squares across, I'm pretty sure we need to see 1, 2, 3, 4, about half, a little bit more than half, like 2/3 to the back. So let's come to this point right here, and let's click on that top of that line and just drag that vertically down. Boom. All the way. And now, because it's a construction line, an object line, we're going to leave it dark, and we're going to actually make it thicker. So let's make it a 3-point line, or it looks like it wants to be 2-point line, and it kind of matches up with the line over here. And now all we have to do is create our object lines from this point to this point, and from this point to this point. So we'll get object lines from this point to this point. There we go. And once we do that, we make them 2-point. Looks pretty good to me. And then we'll do that one more time. Just kind of click on that point and then bring it up to this point. And then make it thicker, 2-point, and you will have finished your 1-point cube. And that's giving the notion that you're looking at it kind of straight on and it's going back. It's a little bit distorted, however, as you can tell. So when we're looking at the edge of the cube, we should probably be seeing a 2-point cube. Now, in the 2-point cube, you're going to need to draw construction lines that form like a diamond shape. So do that. Click on this. Make sure that you connect your construction lines to your vanishing points, and it looks like a diamond. And then you come in and put in your object lines. So one object line comes from the top down to the bottom, straight vertical line. Boom, object gets changed to 2 point. Good. And if there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total boxes, gray boxes, then there's going to be half for about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray boxes on this side. So let's go ahead and come to right here, and let's put an object line down here like this, straight till it touches that construction line. Boom. And do the same thing on the other side. Note the horizon line has been demarcated here in the middle as well. Don't erase any of these things. Again, we don't erase our construction lines in engineering. We want to count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, come down. Go to that point above it, come down straight vertically, come to the bottom, go up to the top here, make a 2-point line, and now we can go ahead and complete our square. I'll leave it to you to do that. Right? Boom. So that's how you complete a 2-point cube. And then finally, a 3-point perspective. We're going to use nadir, which is down here, and we're going to put our zenith of this above, right below the horizon line. And so we're going to put the zenith of this part, which is the top of the part, or the top of the thing, right above the right below the horizon line. So we'll go get a shape, which will be a circle. Put a circle shape about 3 places below that line. We'll make it nice and small. There we go. And we can pull it up to, well, let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's put in the white space right below that. Boom. So that is our zenith. Again, we can turn that point into a dark point by just changing the color of the shading. And there we go. So now what we're going to do is we are going to draw construction lines from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to, oh no, oh, there it is, to here, and one more line from here to here. Boom. And once we've done that, we can now put in our, we can actually click on all these lines. If I hold the shift key down, and see how all those lines now are lit up at the same time, I can go to the line color and make them all that light gray. We need one more line, and that goes from here to, and let's do here. Boom. And this line, let's change its orientation from there. Oops, I got the wrong one. Escape. this line, let's move that to right here. That works fine. So you can see now, let's change this back to a light color gray. Those are our construction lines. You can see the top of your cube here, and now you're going to put the object lines in there. You see the side that comes down here. And matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and finish off this with just construction lines. And I'll let you do object lines let you get there on your own. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and put that in light gray. And you just kind of see these things emerge. And so when you think about like how you draw, when Control Z, if you mess up and you pull everything, you can always Control Z. But I want to put that to there. And then I want to change that to a light gray, right? And then I want to pull this one to here. And now I have a 3-point perspective cube that wasn't really that hard to draw. And actually what you began to see is like some really cool things go down. That once you get this first shape in there, say I wanted to draw a city, there's a lot of possibilities that go on beyond there. I can make my next building go back to this vanishing point. I can make that lid go there. I can bring this down and maybe I have a bunch of storefronts going that way. I can build a tower on top of this. There's all kinds of opportunities that once you begin to see it. And the whole thing is about getting that ability to see things in three-dimensional space. So this is the end of my instruction for this. I expect you to complete this. And then you write a definition of what each one of these is right in here. They need to have a definition for every one of them. So you look that up. What is 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective, 3 point perspective? And the better thing is too, is that after you do that, you can choose, if you think that you're an artist and you're good at it, you might want to choose to do a 3-point perspective drawing. If you're kind of good, but you don't really know, you really want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can watch this video and do a 2-point perspective drawing. And if you are just beginning and you don't really know how to do this yet, go ahead and choose the 1 perspective drawing. I'm not judging you. I'm just challenging you. Challenge! And that's what engineering is all about. So get this done this week. I totally appreciate it.